Okay, we're going to show you how to make the little tennis shoe with the round loom. And what you'll need is 2 skeins of white, 2 skeins of another color. You'll need your looming hook, crafter's needle, crochet hook, scissors. You can choose to use Red Heart or Lion's brand. This is the Simply Soft brand, and it's a little thin, so that's the reason why I'm having to double up. But you can choose to use the Red Heart. You shouldn't have to double up; it's a little thicker. And you can use the Lion's brand, and you shouldn't have to double up because that's thicker as well. So, and of course you'll need your small loom, blue loom, and I think on the other brand that they have out now, it's going to be your smallest loom. And this isn't going to be technically newborn size. It's probably going to be 6 to 9 months, taking a guess. And it's not too bad. You'll have to know some basics on just crocheting, and I'll go through that. And it's not as hard as you might would think if you're into beginner patterns. First, let's get started. You'll need your loom, and you'll need to tie it off and start your E-wrap all the way around as your cast on. Make sure you go all the way around, and we're going to be working this circular. So you get that all the way around. Push down, and then E-wrap again all the way around. And the base we're going to do is an E-wrap base for the sole of the shoe, but if you want a tighter sole, you want to do the toss over knit, which I show in most all my videos how to do. And you just lay the yarn over and toss the bottom loop over, and that gets you a real tight knit. But we're going to do an E-wrap base today. Okay, now that you've done that, you're going to go 2 more rows with the E-wrap in a circle, and then we'll go on from there after you undo your starting point. And then go in and do your 2 rows of E-wrap and toss it over. Now we're going to purl a row, so take the yarn, pull it up underneath your loop, pull the loop off, and put that fresh loop on. Do that all the way around, so you want to purl 1 row all the way around. Now you want to E-wrap a row, toss it over. And you want to do it 1 more time all the way around. E-wrap, and toss it over. Okay, we're done with the sole. Cut it, and let's pull out your new color, and we'll start with that. We're now adding our new color, so you want to start a loop, tie it off, and then you're going to do the toss over knit like I was talking about earlier, where you lay it over, toss that bottom loop over the top, and do that all the way around. We're still working circular. We haven't started flat yet, so go all the way around. And you're going to go all the way around again. So this is the second row circular. After this row, we're going to start working flat, And we're going to calculate out our tongue area and the back half of the shoe. So we've calculated in that that's going to be your back half, which is what we're going to work on. And you're going to count over, you're going to go ahead and decrease from what you last did. And then you're going to count over 6 pegs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to the next one, move it over as a decrease. Okay, and then what you want to do is go in and do the toss over knit all the way around to where you set the decrease in. And we're going to start working flat now, so we're going to start working back and forth. So go ahead and work your way all the way around. And we're not going to touch those 6 pegs we skipped until we're done with the back half of the booty. Okay, now we're going to decrease, move 1 peg over and 1 peg over, push down and go back the other direction. Okay, and then you're going to want to do that again. Pick up the peg, move it back 1 on both sides. And go back around with a toss over knit. And do it again. Move over 1 and count, and then move over another one. What we're trying to do is get it down to where it's either 14 total pegs with the tongue or 16 total pegs with the tongue. So you either want to get it down to a total of 8 or a total of 10 on the back half. It's up to you. It depends on how much you want at the top. Now you're going to do a straight row back once you get down to what you want. So we're going to do a straight row, no decrease, and then we're going to do our cast off next. So get your crochet hook and put that loop on there, wrap, pull through, put the next loop onto the crochet hook, pull through, wrap, pull through. Next loop, put on the hook, pull through, wrap, pull through. And you want to do this all the way around until you get the back half of the booty cast off, which doesn't take very long. So repeat that all the way to the end. Then you want to snip the edge, pull the rest of the way through, make sure it's tight, and when you pull it, you'll notice that the back half of the booty is done. Now we want to get started on our tongue, and this is also going to be working flat. And what I do, since you've got the extra, is just tie the yarn onto the extra that's showing when you changed color. And actually I did it in a noose knot, but you can just straight up tie it. It's up to you. Just attach it and go forth. Okay, go ahead and attach that. And we're going to go back and forth. So this is row 1. And then go back. And this is row 2. row 3, and row 4, and row 5, and row 6, and row 7, and row 8, and you want to decrease on both sides by 1 and do row 9 and 10, and now cast off. Do the same thing you did. Wrap, pull through, put the next loop on, pull through, wrap, pull through again, and finish that off. Snip, pull the rest of the way through. Put your loom off to the side, and when you pull that up, you should see the tongue. And when you move around, and next you want to take the ends that you've got going on where your tongue and the back half of the shoe is, and weave it in with your crochet hook so that we don't see that hanging out. And do the same thing for the back half. So just go ahead and weave that in. Alright, now the next thing we want to do is tighten up our cast on, and you want to pull it and see which way it's tightening and go the opposite of where it's tightening, the direction it's tightening. So go in and tighten up your cast on, which you'll see in a lot of my videos. This is how I prefer to do it. There are other ways of casting on. This is my choice. Okay, now what you want to do is center it and sew it up. Sew your sole up, but flip it inside out. And just sew up the bottom. All the way across. Okay, and then you'll want to knot it and snip it. And push it right back through. And so the bottom is sewn up, and now you're starting to see probably a shoe look, and if you pull it back, we're going to attach the tongue to the back half of the shoe now. And this is where our crocheting stuff is going to come in. Now save your extra yarn that you just pulled off. That'll be what you use to tie the front up to where it looks like you can lace it up. Now you want to take your crochet hook and you want to take your white yarn and attach it. And what you want to do is stick the crochet hook through the base of the shoe and through the tongue, the bottom edge. And you want to wrap the white yarn around and pull it through both sides. Then you want to wrap again, pull through, wrap, pull through, wrap, pull through, and then send it through the base of the shoe, through the tongue, wrap, pull through, wrap, pull both loops through, and then wrap again, pull through, wrap again, pull through. Now repeat that step again until you get to the top of the tongue, and you can either choose to do this 3 to 4 times. What you're doing is you're creating the loops for your little shoestring to go in. And once you've completed that and get to the top of the shoe, then you're going to do it like you'd do a cast off. And what you'll do is you'll send it through the back of the shoe, through the hole at the very top. Then you're going to wrap the yarn, pull through, and then wrap and pull through. And do it again. Put that through the top of the shoe, wrap, pull through, and then wrap and pull both loops through. And you want to continue that all the way through the back of the shoe until you get to the other side to sew the rest of the tongue on, and then you're going to repeat the loop crochet bit. Now you're going to get started back on connecting the tongue and the back of the shoe. So put through the back of the shoe and the tongue and pull, wrap and pull the yarn through. And then you're going to wrap and pull both through, wrap, pull through, wrap, pull through. And repeat that all the way down to the sole of the shoe. And snip. Pull the rest of the way through. Take your crochet hook and pull that extra into the center of the shoe. Snip any extra you have off showing. Next, you're going to take your extra, and I use my crochet hook to lace it, but lace up your extra like you would a regular shoe. Just lace it all the way up. You can either do it 3 to 4 times. We're almost done. Tighten up your laces and then tie the shoe. And you're done. Make you another one. And there you go.